This is the Artist Entrepreneur Podcast. We are your hosts, Amanda Ritchie, Noah Dock, and me, Carrie Wee. We're three artists brought together by the love of circus and dance. Amanda from the world of Cirque du Soleil as an aerial soloist. Noah, our academic, and me from the commercial dance world. This is one of the greatest jobs in the world, but it comes with uncertainty. Each episode contains insight on how to pursue art-based businesses. We'll have a variety of guests and have lively weekly Discord. Tune in every week to hear our perspectives on the minefield that is the artist's way of life. I was joking that I did basically dry January and half a dry February inadvertently.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. It just happened because I was sick the whole time.
Yeah. Hey, you're ahead of the curve, though. You're ahead of the game. Regardless of how you got there or not, you're still...
Why? Because everybody else is getting cold and flu right now?
Well, no. Just in terms of dry January. Like, that's a lot of New Year's resolutions for some people, and you're ahead of it.
Yes! How's your week?
It was okay. It was just a normal week. Nothing crazy on top of my normal schedule, which I'm grateful for. Posting like a mad person.
Yeah. You feel like you're posting like a mad person.
I do.
I don't feel like you're posting like a mad person.
I feel like I'm posting so much. I'm like, ugh. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not. I said this in one of my posts. I'm equating this to kind of like spinning tolerance on a hoop specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you know, when you first start spinning and you just get really...
Oh my God, it's totally the same.
You hate it. You hate life. And then like you just adapt to it. You tolerate it.
Yeah.
So I'm like tolerating it right now. I don't love it. I also don't hate it.
The other analogy is you film yourself and you see that you thought you're spinning a lot, but really you weren't spinning that much.
Oh, no, I'm not there quite there yet. I'm not quite there because I think partly because I'm not really looking back. I'm just kind of like letting it go and then trying not to know that it exists.
The way the analogy works is
like
you feel like you're posting a lot, but really you're not posting a lot.
I know. I just haven't been aware of that because I don't want to ever see what I post. I kind of post it and leave it and then never look at it ever again.
I mean, it's okay. I do that with TikTok. Like, I'm not on TikTok very much, and I post because I have a Pilates page there.
Yeah.
So I just post it, and then I walk away.
That's fair.
Okay. Can you please give me your perception of Noah in class? Because Noah went and took 2 classes in a row. He was texting me the whole time, by the way. He's like, what am I doing to myself? Why am I taking the second class?
He did great. He did so
yeah.
great. Oh my God. He did all of the conditioning that he said he was going to hate, but he did it he was so amazing. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, because he's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. When is Noah coming? So he's such a talent up there, but he goes up there and he's like, I used to feel good up here.
Yeah. But his movement quality is so melty. It's so buttery. It's so pretty. Like his movement quality is stunning. Yeah. Yeah, he did great. He's strong. He did all the things. So don't let him tell you otherwise.
Well, he doesn't really touch hoops. So the fact that he took your hoop too.
I know. I kind of coerced him into doing it though. I was like, it's not that bad. I'm more mean on silks than I am on hoop. So yeah.
Noah!
No.
You know I'm your boss!
What?
You know I'm your boss! You know better!
I'm not better. That's true. That's accurate.
You know better, Noah. You know better.
I had to get non-alcoholic alcohol. I'm sorry.
Why? Oh, you're making mocktails.
I have to make mocktails this Saturday because one of my best friends is pregnant and she's coming to my event. And so I told her, I was like, I love you so much. I'm gonna make every drink in a mocktail.
Okay, so I literally have been waiting on pins and needles to get a debrief on this cocktail night and on class. Please.
We missed you. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I missed you guys.
We missed you.
I want to know. Start with the cocktail hour. Tell me everything from your perspective, Noah. From
From my perspective?
From the person who's running the event.
I thought it went well. I thought people had a really good time. I think there's a few things that I really enjoyed, which was the sort of conjunction of different circles of my life coming together, which is always really nice. I always loved like doing that, like at events and things like that, where like people from college and people from high school and people from dance, people from skiing would like all sort of come together, and I thought it was really nice to see like different worlds sort of interacting,
collide.
Yeah. I worked really hard on that setup. I brought this up to a few times now to people. Is like, originally this was like really gonna be a test. I was like, I'm gonna like set up my living room and like I'm gonna get like a couch and borrow some chairs, make it like a lounge. And then I went to IKEA on Thursday and I saw these fucking bar tops and I was like, this is exactly what I want. Fuck it, go big or go home. And I just like did it. I was like, I'm gonna buy them. I can return them later if I need to. And like, let's just really do it. Let's do it exactly the way that I want to do it. And I thought it looked really good. I thought it was very successful in that way. I think the drinks were great. People enjoyed them. I think the two really great takeaways are that I've had people and I've seen people since who were not there, who are friends with people who were there, who I've randomly seen who've been like, I'm coming to the next one. Like, and I like people who've been like, I heard about your cocktail event and I really want to come to the next one. Which is awesome. It's really nice to like have people from like fairly far out of my circles to be like, hey, I heard about this thing that you did. I hear it's amazing and I want to come, so put me on the list for your invites for next time, which is really cool. And then feedback wise, like I think I got a lot of really good feedback. There were definitely, and Amanda was not one of these people, but I think she would benefit from it. People were like, you should serve some food. And and
hey, I did not complain.
and I think that there's definitely arguments for and against. Like I think the idea of serving food definitely complicates it. It also makes it more expensive for not only myself but also the guests. And I don't want it to be that expensive. Also, I love the fact that you just go to drink. That's something that I like really miss about bars in America. Like America, a lot of bars are just they have to have food. They do food and drink. Like there's not a lot of just like you just drink here. And that's something that I really love in Asia and when I go traveling. That I like, that there's a snack or something like that, but it's not like food. That being said, I think there's really fun ways of doing like a drink and a bite. There's a great bar in Thailand that does that called God Bar, and like every single drink is served with a bite. So there's like a ramen cocktail that comes with like a ball of ramen. It's really amazing. And then what I'm really excited about is, obviously I did it last weekend. I'm doing another one this weekend because it was successful. I filled it up by Tuesday. So like all 12 seats were taken by Tuesday. And I'm trying it a different way. So I'm doing exactly the same menu, but I'm organizing it differently. So the way that the one last week worked was everybody came down. There was a part 1 and a part 2. Everybody got like a welcome in drink, which was like a little taster. And then you got to pick one drink from part 1, one drink from part 2. And then everybody got a glass of champagne and a special dessert treat at the end. And this time, after having some feedback with some friends of mine, one of the pieces of feedback that I got was, choice is nice, but it's not necessary. And so this time I'm doing it that everybody will get everything, but rather than getting full drinks of everything, people will get tasters. So the first drink you'll have is a full drink, then you'll get 2 tasters. Then you'll have another full drink, then you'll get another 2 tasters. So that way, you're not having 7 drinks and you're absolutely plastered by the time it's over. But so that
this makes me want a cocktail. I haven't had alcohol since before I got sick.
Dry
I'm like,
January, February, remember?
Oh, we're doing
It's so
February
dry
now too?
Well, no,
No, I'm like on antibiotics.
Carrie is.
It's bad.
But yeah, so I'm excited to test out the lack of choice and just really explicit tasting menu experience this Saturday or tomorrow, I guess. I'm also, as much as I am dreading the fact that I have to make non-alcoholic drinks, I am excited about the challenge of making every single one of my drinks non-alcoholic. I think that is a great challenge, and I'm not taking an easy way out because there is an easy way out, that I'm not going to do it. And yeah.
No, I have questions, and I want Amanda's Amanda's thoughts because she was there live in person. Yeah. So this is basically a curated private invite, and you're charging a ticket?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind? Do you want to tell how much this ticket costs to come to your event to have the drinks?
So, this first event was $35, and it really was just the reason why I priced it there is I'm not making any money. It's really just to
break even,
cover the.
Well, you bought
liquor.
a bar too.
I did buy a bar, so I'm not gonna break even for a couple of these. Moving forward, it's gonna be $55, and my sort of logic behind it is you're getting anywhere from 3 to 5 drinks. If you think about going out to a bar, you're spending more than that no matter what. But you're getting this cool, omakase curated experience of cocktails, and I think that's really fun.
100%.
I think if you were in a storefront, and I've seen this before where there's a storefront, but it's not an actual commercial business, and they do a curated meal.
Yeah.
And it's invite only and all that stuff. That shit is expensive. People pay $500,000, $600,000 for dinner. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I think I think it's fine. Yeah. Amanda, how was your experience?
Amazing. Oh my god, the whole vibe. I when I walked up, I wasn't quite sure. I'm like, am I in the right space? And then I saw the window was not open, but it was clear. There were no curtains or anything, and I saw a bar vibe, and I was like, that has to be it. And if not, I'm gonna feel real awkward. No, but it was, you walk in and it's literally like you're walking into a speakeasy. The bar was worth it, so worth it, the purchase, because I think that it wouldn't have had the vibe wouldn't have been the same. Not to say it would have been it was just different, I think. But you really hit the nail on the head on that swanky bar speakeasy vibe. The cocktails were amazing. So I did a bad thing where I did one of an Amanda thing and I didn't eat all day. But I took full responsibility of that because Noah even he prefaced, she was like, this is a drinking event, not an eating event. Come thirsty, not hungry. so I didn't do or say anything. But I was trying to be responsible, so I sipped my cocktails, and I didn't have the full cocktail experience because I was being responsible.
But you tasted pretty much everything.
Oh,
I would say.
I just didn't drink all of it.
You didn't just have a whole martini.
Yeah, but it was amazing. The drinks were incredible. I only wish that I was able to try. I'm glad you're doing the tasters this time, because I wish that I looked across the bar at somebody who had a different drink than me, and I got a little jealous. Like,
oh, and you get jealous.
Yeah. I was like, that looks really good. It looks really pretty. I want to taste it. So, yeah. So I'm glad you're doing the tasting one this time around, because, yeah, what I had was great. And the snacks were enough. Like, your dad was so funny. He's like, go in the kitchen and get yourself a sandwich.
It's true. And I was like, you can go to the fridge. The kitchen's a nightmare, but go.
No, I was like, no. He told me to come thirsty, not hungry. But, like, the snack.
Did you do little bowls of peanuts and like pretzels? Is that the type of thing that you
Yeah,
had?
I did like popcorn and like chocolate covered almonds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's enough to soak up some alcohol.
And it was great. It was perfect. And the dessert, I don't know if it's like top secret or not, but the dessert was really good. It was really interesting. And I've never had this paired with this something else. And I was like, that's interesting. And then I tried it. I was like, wow, that's actually really good. So, yeah.
I love that dessert. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So has this taken over your life for 2 weeks?
No, not really. Honestly,
Okay.
because because the first one is done, the second one is done. The only
Yeah. That front loading was a lot.
there was a lot of front loading.
first
The
one.
only thing I'm really doing is some non-alcoholic versions. And I need to make like a couple of like syrups, but other than that, I'm totally ready, and I've planned it accordingly so that everybody, like, all of the tasters versus full drinks are like proportionate. And I think my friend's argument who gave me the feedback, she's like, I think it'll also be easier for you because then you're just making one drink every section as opposed to 2 drinks every section, which is like, yeah, I mean, she's right. It is way easier to just be like, okay, great. I'm just making one drink. I'm making 12 of them, but like making 12 of one drink versus, 3 of one, 3 of another, and 4 of another is like, it's easy.
Okay. Also, Noah, I got Amanda's thoughts on you in class already.
How are you feeling?
That I'm literally the worst, and thank God I'm retired.
Stop it.
The exact opposite. But
You did 2 Amanda classes back to back.
did.
That's kind of a lot.
Plus, I took a jazz class that day.
What?
it's crazy.
I mean, I knew I'd have a great time. I always have a good time, but no, I actually, in all honesty, I felt a lot better than I thought I would. Like, I really did. I thought I was gonna leave and be like, I'm beat. But no, I left and I was fairly okay. And the only, like, I would say lasting effects are my hips are bruised because of the fucking lira. And I mean, I have some soreness, but it's nothing like
Crazy.
It's nothing crazy. It's nothing like I'm not like I can't, like, I can still function. I'm still going to the gym. Like, I'm still doing things,
Yeah.
But no, of course I had a good time. And when you were like, are you gonna stay? I was like, yes, I'm gonna stay. Like, the thing is that, and both of you know this, if you say this part is optional, it's not optional to me. It's never optional. Like, Amanda goes, she's doing her like leg lift, skin the cat, warm up and conditioning, and she's like, and if you want to throw some meat hooks in here, they're optional. I'm like, this isn't optional when you say it to me. Like, it's not how it works. I don't live in an optional world. If you say it, I have to do it.
I love that about you. I'm going to use that whenever I see you. So more now.
Yeah, I mean, even at the start of Lyra, you were like, it's the same warm-up. You don't have to do it. I was like, yeah, I do. Because I'm staying for the class, which means I have to do the warm-up. I don't care if I was just in class.
You're old school. I love it. Okay, third There's so many check-ins. Noah, Amanda, you guys are halfway through your challenge. Your posting challenge. There's a lot this week.
There's a lot this week.
True.
Thoughts, feelings. Oh, okay. I'll give you my thoughts and feelings. I have been delighted at your content because it feels very authentic. We were just talking about how she feels like she's doing so much, but I don't feel like that at all as the viewer, as the algorithm gives it to me.
Yeah.
So I saw Noah's bar in real life, which made me happy. Amanda was demoing quite slowly, very, very slowly. And then we had a couple face selfie videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what are your thoughts and feelings on your halfway through your 2 weeks?
Noah, you go first.
I've definitely slowed down in the last couple days because I've been sitting at my computer doing not fun work, which is applying for jobs / looking for new clients. And that is not overly, like, there's not a lot to talk about. It's just like me writing cover letters and emails, which is not overly enjoyable. But I did I did 2 real posts for the bar stuff. I'm gonna do more, even though it's sold out. I want to do more just to promote it. I'd like to do more while I'm doing the event tomorrow. I think that is my one of my other goals going into it, is that I knew I wasn't gonna have my phone out during the event last Saturday. But now that I have a little bit of a groove with it, I want to take my phone out and take some pictures and be more hi, I'm the person doing this right now.
Okay, can I please interject? I really want you to do a selfie video of you making one of these drinks.
I could do that.
That's what I would like to see.
I can do that. But I have loved watching Amanda's stuff.
Yes!
And I think that we made some jokes about that I know when she has downtime because she's in the car and that's when she films her videos. And I know that that's when she's doing it.
Cool.
But I also that ab one you posted yesterday, I thought was really great. Come do this ab exercise with me, and it was a good challenge, and I think that's really fun. I think that captivates people a lot because they're like, ooh, let me see if I can do that, or let me save it for later and do it at the gym, or have someone talk me through an ab exercise. So I'm a big proponent of that, and I think it's fun. I think part of the fun that I'm having with it is watching you hate it so much, which it makes me laugh. But yeah, I think it's good. I definitely need to be better. I need to be better at doing it more consistently. I had it really good over the weekend, and then I petered out a little bit during the week, and I want to do it, I want to be better at the general stuff. I think, Amanda, you've got the general thing going on really well. You're in your car, you're I'm doing it. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to do it. And I'm I have the event down. I got it. I'm sharing the big moment, whatever. And then the normal shit, I am non-existent.
We had a whole talk, me and Amanda, about this whole selfie video check-in on story, which I feel everyone I know is doing it, because when I look at my Facebook dashboard, every single story is somebody's face talking about something.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's working just because it's this whole thing that we talked about, reminding people of what we're doing, because most of the things that we're doing, we're trying to sell, right? So I think it's very effective. I even have my co-host from my other podcast. She's like, Carrie, you have to remind me to do this. It's actually it's making me think it's really working, just watching yours. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys. It's great.
I think it's fun.
So I only did the car talking vlog thing because timing wise, scheduling wise, that's all I could fit in. I couldn't sit and if I have to sit and put a post and like try to get the right clip and then figure out what to say in the comment, like it's just that it's so much. Here I can just say something and then like send it and like I never have to see it again. So
I think it's good though. Like, ironically, I think that what you're doing is really nice, and it's like it feels very day in the life. It feels very like it's in the middle of what's going on. It is at like your breaks, and then you have your events or your classes or whatever it is. I think it's really nice. One of the I got a piece of feedback or comment from a friend of mine who was watching my social media, and because I'm reposting you and you're reposting me and all that.
Yeah.
And she was like, honestly, I really liked your outtakes. My friend was like, I thought your outtakes were so fun. Like,
really?
maybe you should just post your outtakes. And I was like, that's an interesting idea.
I love it. Okay, new experiment. Do one outtake post every 3 days.
Yeah. So I think next week I'm going to try and post like outtakes more often.
Nice. I like it.
I mean, you're doing so much, Noah, that if you could just remember or prioritize to put something on your phone, you'll have content no matter what. Because a lot of content creators, the problem is they're not doing anything.
Right.
Or they have to like manufacture something, but you have the events, you're doing the things. You just have to, oh my God, I have a friend who is a professional Lego builder.
What?
And he just like doesn't really do time lapses of building. I'm like, why? Like, you should time lapse every build that you do and put that, because I would watch it.
Yeah.
I would watch it. Like, he's a professional. He's making these huge sculptures. So,
you know what's so funny? I was just going through some old documents because I redid my choreography reel this week. And I was like going through and looking at old stuff, and I found something from the pandemic that I found really, I don't know why I did it. I don't know if it was an assignment for grad school or something, but it was a time lapse of my entire day.
Ooh, interesting.
While we were in lockdown, from like the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. And it's like a 5-minute long time lapse. And it's like me doing work. It's me like playing video games, like working out in my backyard. And like, I was like, this is such a, like interesting moment to have captured.
I have questions about the logistics of that. Like, did you take your camera with you? Was it selfie? Did you have it on a tripod? Did you pop?
I just would like prop it up whenever I had to enter a new room, basically.
Okay.
Interesting. But yeah, I was like, and that made me think of like, yeah, I could technically do like a time lapse of me sitting at my desk writing all these emails and like do a voiceover of it and talk about like what the hell I'm doing today. And so that's something I should do. I should try next week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of worse content out there than that.
I want to see it. I want to see a day in the life time lapse of Noah Docs.
I do really want to do a time lapse of me setting up the bar tomorrow. That's one thing that I'm going to do tomorrow. Is like a shot of my living room before, hit the time lapse, and just build the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the last question I was going to ask you. Are you just living with the bar in your living room?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool. It's really
it would be really sick. One day I'll have a room that is a bar, but for now I put my living room back as a living room. Wait, so you guys can debrief with me on what it was like having me in Amanda's class. You said you debriefed, however,
No, well, we both had you in class.
Yeah.
And you're like one of my favorite people to have in class for a couple reasons, because your movement quality, this is what we agreed on, your movement quality, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
We are also saying you go up there, you're like, man, I used to do this and it didn't hurt. And I used to go up there and man, it felt different. And then I love talking. I love just shit talking with you in class. I think that's how we became friends.
That's true.
love it.
It's so fun.
The shit talking is always fun.
This shit talking is so fun. So I took notes on some of the questions that we were going to take up that we have not had time for yet. And the two that were most recent, so we can pick one. So pick a drink, basically.
Pick a drink.
They're both from Noah. One was go big or go home. The other one was how do you feel about starting something new versus starting something again? So you tell me where you want to go.
Oh, let's do the second one. Go big or go home is, I feel like that's a longer conversation.
Fair. Also, wait, to like finish up on that, I loved having you in class. It was so fun. I I loved your like Carrie said, I used to be able to do this, and then you go and you do the thing, and it was
yeah, and he does it anyway.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, that got my leg hair. You know, that was the comment after.
Okay, now we can move on.
I try to be entertaining at the very least.
It was great. No, it was wonderful. Come back all the time.
Yeah, so no, let me ask you what you were intending the first time you asked that question. Were you talking about like getting back into shape? Were you talking about what, or were you talking about anything in life?
I think it's a little bit of both. I definitely am coming at it from a getting back into shape standpoint, but also like, okay, I've as usual so many things going on, and so the reason why this topic sort of came up for me was one, I have started to work out again after not being able to work out for a while, and going back, like I wanted to go back to aerial. I was like, I would love to go take an aerial class, but I spent some time at first and I was like, I don't think I can just like jump right in and do that. I think like I need to go to the gym for a couple weeks first, or I need to go climbing for a couple weeks first, or I need to have physical therapy for a couple weeks first before I can start to do that again. And it's hard because like when you grow up, or when you're a professional and you have a rep and you do these things, like, yes, I did 3 hours of aerial this week. Okay.
In a row, almost.
In a row. But like, I think all three of us know what it's like to do like 10 hours of aerial every day for 7 days a week. And like, when you have that and you're like, oh, like that was me. And then you're like walking out of 3 hours of aerial, like, where are my shoulders? It like, you have that moment. And I think it's funny that both of you said, you know, the fact that I go up there and I'm like, oh, I used to be able to do this, and then I just go do it. Mm-hmm. Like, yes and no. I'm sort of doing it, but I'm not doing it how I used to do it. And like, knowing that makes it challenging for me. It's like, I'm not what I used to be, or I'm not at that anymore. And so I think restarting that, knowing that you could do something before and you can't do it now, I think that is almost harder than looking at something like for the first time being like, wow, I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. But I'm working towards it as opposed to I'm going back to it. And I was applying that to working out. I was applying that to my social media stuff, and that I was sort of letting it go. But now, instead of letting it go, I'm retooling it and I'm reshaping it so that I'm doing it in a different way. And yes, it's different, it's new, but it's also coming back to something that you've done before. And there's something about like, okay, I'm not like signing up with my email for the first time. I'm not creating the new Excel sheets that I told you guys I love so much. I'm not, creating
a hoe for Excel is what he said, you guys.
I'm not like creating new versions of. I'm not creating new, systems to be able to operate. I'm taking what I have, like my old Google Drive that has a bunch of information and documents, and I'm taking that and I'm making new stuff out of it. And I think that sometimes is a lot harder than being like, great, blank slate.
I think this holds my like many students that I've seen holds them back from like really doing it,
Look, guys, look.
especially after the pandemic.
Guys,
Yeah.
now I'm real Elsa.
Yeah, like
Guys, look, now I'm real
now
Elsa.
really she's Elsa. Okay, go. Yes.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Like I think that holds people back from so many things, and it's not necessarily a motivation. Sometimes their jobs take over, their families. Like this is a hobby to most people. It's not their profession. So I think it holds a lot of people back. Bean, I don't want to have to edit. Let it go out of this video. Okay? Okay. So me personally, I have experienced this 3 times in my life. First time, I was a freshman in college, and I said to myself, my parents don't want me to dance. I gotta just put this pipe dream away, and I have to go get a real degree. And so for the first semester of freshman year, stop, Bean, go sing downstairs to Papa. She doesn't want to. I would like hung up my shoes, and then I didn't dance, and I actually didn't exercise that much for the whole 6 months because when you're a dancer, you're not used to going to the gym. You just went to the dance studio. So I became deconditioned. And then freshman 15, all that shit. And I went to my first ballet class back after that, and I told myself, no, I don't want to take a break from this. I want to continue doing this. And I was only 19. It was the most painful experience ever that I had experienced. Number 2, I broke my leg in half, 2011, right? Mm-hmm. And I had to recondition myself after that. So it was 2 things. It was like keeping the aerial up and then learning to walk again. Of course, we've heard the story. And then number 3, having a baby because I had a C-section. And that was core problems and pelvic floor problems.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I'm a stronger woman for all 3 of those things, but I will never electively choose to do that again. It was the hardest thing ever.
Start back from nothing.
Yeah, never electively. Never be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, I can do it again. Yeah, I know I can do it again. No thank you.
You're like, I've been there, done that.
So friggin' hard. It does, build character.
Oh, it's character building for sure.
Oh,
it's like, I had a moment of it in class on Tuesday when we were doing the beats, the armpit beats. And I said it to you. The first time I did it, I was just like super engaged in my legs and like just completely controlling my legs and not actually doing a beat. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm just, that's not how this works. Like, remember, just use your core, lift your legs with your core, send them back and go flat. Like, and there was that moment, right? Of, I used to be able to do this. Oh my gosh, I can't do it anymore. Hold on, let me retrain my body. Okay, now I can do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Tough.
It is very.
Yeah, and you had an injury, of course, Amanda. So that's kind of always forces these breaks.
Yeah, I think I've had to start back from nothing twice. So the first time I had 2 surgeries. I had neck surgery. I did my neck fused together and my shoulder. That happened in like the same kind of recovery. So I was like a year off. And I was still in shows. So like to come back, I had no choice. It was either you come back and you work or you don't come back.
No job.
So I was lucky on my first coming back from nothing. Like I had a team of medical professionals. I had coaches alongside me. Like that was fairly easy in the sense of the motivation was there. I had a schedule that I had to adhere to. Like my recovery was taken care of by people that were not me. Like I just had to follow and be like, okay, I will do what you say. The second time is when I fell and broke my face. And then I decided,
what?
Oh, we haven't gotten into that story. That's okay.
No.
Another time. So that was the big thing that prompted me to be like, I think I'm gonna stop this current thing that I'm doing and move on with my life. That was my retirement, the catalyst for my retirement, let's just say. And so I had moved from Vegas to LA after that. And I had in my head, I'm like, I'm retired from performing. I'm not going to do this again. So when I started teaching, I was like, oh man, I got to do this again. And so like to bring myself back up from nothing when I didn't have the medical team. I didn't have coaches with me, working for me, advocating for me, giving me a schedule. Like that was all on me. And so actually 3 times. So, but I don't remember how and who and why I did it. I think I love like being physical so much and being active so much that it wasn't as difficult. I just had to figure out all of those missing pieces for myself that I had, prior, like that was taken care of for me. You know what I mean? But I think that for me, coming back to an old idea is harder than coming back physically in a way. So like if I had an idea to like save for a business and I was like, oh, I want to do this wellness retreat and I have this, and this. And then for some reason it doesn't pan out. And then somebody approaches me with that same idea. I was like, I don't want to do that because I've already had that idea. It didn't pan out, but it's harder. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Can you remember like any moments where you like went to attempt something that you could do really well at one point and you came back to it, like a move or an exercise or something, and you came back to it and you're like, fuck, I can't do that anymore?
Every day. Every day.
Well, I was going to say, though,
but it
that
like really bothers you. Like it really,
this lends itself to, though, I didn't have this problem in my dance career with like facility. What I had after I broke my leg, in the air, I had one experience of becoming confident again. But dancing, I went back and I completely lost my confidence for like 2 years. And dance is really hard if you're not confident.
Yeah.
Auditioning is really hard. Like when you're just like questioning yourself every single day. It was arguably worse than coming back from my broken leg injury.
Yeah.
The confidence drop that I experienced. I've talked to people for some of the podcasts I've been doing. Like there's one goalie for the Red Wings who's retired since. And he finished his career, like he's won all the awards, Stanley Cup, whatever. The last 2 years of his last contract, he lost all of his confidence and couldn't defend the goalie anymore. Couldn't defend the goal.
Yeah.
And he couldn't find it again. Thoughts on that? On confidence, how it kind of marries with that idea of starting again. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I can equate it to for me in my experience is I'll have friends who go to Vegas and do like a day at Circus Center, let's just say. And they'll be like, Amanda, come with us, come train at Circus Center. And I'm like, no, because like that sounds like the worst thing in the world for me because I'm not a performing aerialist. I'm not at my peak. I'm not training at all for myself. And to be in a space with colleagues, former colleagues, and all of that, I'm like, that would be excruciatingly humiliating to be in a space like that. And if I had to be in the air with people, especially Vegas performers, I love Vegas performers, but that's the thing that I can equate that to. It was where my confidence is completely shot as a performer. Okay,
so we're both have a look on our face because we're like,
I think you're way too hard on yourself for that one.
As a performer, as a actively working, performing aerialist, hell no.
Are you talking about your strength?
I am talking about like all of the things, all of them.
Because for me, even when my strength goes down, I feel like performance-wise, the texture, the movement quality, that doesn't go away. I would stand to bet that that's true for you and most aerialists I know, including Noah.
Yes, for Noah. I witnessed it on Tuesday. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, you're the worst. She's the fucking worst.
Oh my God.
1,000%. No, seriously, because
I just lay down, audience, because I was like, what is she talking about?
But okay, I've never seen Noah move before. I've never seen you dance. I've never seen you do anything. And your movement quality was absolutely, it was like so and buttery and gorgeous. I was like, shut up. Shut the front.
No, like both of us are like, you guys used to see our faces. We're like, what the? Amanda.
You asked for a channel that is true.
No, but that's okay for you to have the feeling, but it's your perception. It's not actually the truth in the world.
But it's still my perception, and it
is your perception,
and it
for sure.
affects my confidence, like if I...
Yeah. Absolutely. We're just telling you that you're out of your mind.
Yeah. Listen, I think that my experience is slightly different in that I never was like really a performer. I was never doing that. I was always director, choreographer. And so I don't like the way that I move, and I don't like the way that I dance. And so when I take ballet classes, or I take jazz classes, or I take air or whatever it is, there's never been a point where I'm like, oh, if I walk in and I go with people who like knew me at my peak, they'll be like, oh, like things have changed. He's not a performer anymore. It's like, yeah, well, I was never a performer, so that works out nicely for me. But at the same time, like I do have moments like when I've taken Carrie's class with a friend of mine who I've done aerial with and things like that. And, I definitely have some moments of like, God, I hope they didn't notice the fact that I couldn't do that pull-up quite as well as I used to. Like I have those moments. I think if I were to go back and like choreograph a piece with people that I had done that with in the past, I don't know if I'd feel the same. I might have like a couple moments of like jitters, but there wouldn't be I don't think I'd be any less confident. I think that for me, this sounds so bad. I hate this, but I guess I'm gonna say it. It sounds so pompous. I don't think confidence is my issue. I don't think I've had a confidence issue. I think that for me, it's comfort. And like almost like a buildup of callus to a certain extent when I think about it in terms of aerial. Like when I used to teach aerial, I would do it in socks, and I'd wear shorts, and like I'd wear like a baggy like there was like I was very comfortable. And like I knew I could get out of anything, I would be fine. Nowadays I'm sort of like, I'm gonna take my socks off because I need a little bit more grip in my feet. And I'm still gonna wear baggy clothes because that's who I am, but I might take a layer off or whatever. And so there's a little bit less, I'd say, comfort because I don't do it all day every day anymore. I totally understand that there's a pressure of being around a bunch of aerialists who are performing all the time, and you're not doing that anymore. Totally. But to use your own words against you here a little bit, like right. Your movement quality still exists. You still have these things. If anything, it develops and changes into something that now they haven't seen. And a lot of the times, like, new is sometimes even better. Like, I think, Carrie, you can definitely agree with this. There is something about aging dancers that if they're not 100%. Taking class regularly, their movement quality changes in a positive way as they mature. And I've seen that in my own dancing, even though I'm not dancing all the time, even though I'm not always in a modern class, even though, like, when I do dance and when I watch it, I'm like, oh, I now look like those dancers that I saw when I was younger. I now have that more mature movement style, or, but it still has the essence of what I was when I was younger. And I think that is, I don't take ballet because I'm trying to impress people or like be around that I want to look good again. I take ballet because I'm like, fuck it, it's fun, and it's good for me, and it is what it is. And I look the way that I look. I think the same would be true about you going to the Circus Center in Vegas. People will be like, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. This is so great, blah, blah, blah. And like, if you took out the idea of, oh gosh, I'm not as confident, I'm not performing all the time, people are judging me, I think you would be like, wow, people aren't judging me. I'm still very confident, and damn, do I look good.
Well, for aerialists, mobility and strength are the ones that go down, and then performance quality / texture can go up very, very high, right?
You have to make up for it. You have to make
right.
Yeah. Like choices, like our artistic choices are more deep. But with dancing, it was different because it wasn't that I couldn't do it. It was that I lost confidence in my ability to remember choreography and kill it. Like with dancing, and I knew when it was happening. Like I was like, I'm completely coming from it the wrong direction. I was really scared to mess up. I was scared to fuck basically all the time for 2 years on a gig. And it's so hard to come from that standpoint.
Yeah.
Versus like, I'm killing it. Oh, I made a mistake. You didn't notice because I was killing it. And it was just like, I couldn't get myself out of it because of like, I probably needed a lot of therapy around it and I didn't happen to get it. But that's part of the reason why I love aerial, because it seems to be able to, we can really tap into that growing, aging quality and then just hold on to the bits of like mobility and strength that we happen to have. You know what I'm saying?
Literally hanging by a thread.
Literally. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it's hard, but I also think like, what do you guys think about, we've obviously all gone through this. And I think when you have a movement practice your whole life, you have to go in and out of it. And it's very hard to come back into it. But if you kind of take that idea into the rest of the world and people listening who are doing their own businesses, starting and stopping, like what can we take from that? Like what lessons can we take from the character building that we've had to go through? Like, how does this really reach into our business? I mean, I think the most simple answer for me is that I can make a conscious effort to decide to stop doing something or quit something, but I won't do it from the other direction where I really want to do something and I'll just quit something. Like, it makes the perseverance it takes practice too. And I just ended up practicing it a lot.
I'm going to take it to the social media challenge that Noah gave.
What is it?
Because like to start something new is really hard, right? Especially when you have a lot of judgment behind it and you just have a lot of like anticipatory feelings toward it. Like me for posting. I hate posting because I hate talking in front of people and I hate it. Right. And with this challenge, like I was forced to do the thing, especially when Noah did his first posting challenge and it was like, oh, fuck, it's on. It's actually happening. I have to do this now. There's no backing out. Whereas if he didn't make that first post, I could be like, well, I didn't know it was supposed to start and then just like not do it, you know? But like now that I've kind of gotten into some sort of a rhythm to it, it's not that bad. Like my tolerance has, increased to the thing. And so starting it was really difficult. Right now I'm kind of in the middle of it. But if I were to stop posting, and I can see the benefits that are coming from it. Like I get messages from people all the time of saying like, I love the vlog, or like, girl, I hear you, and like all the things. And so like I see the benefits from it. But if I were to stop altogether right now and then try to get back to it like a month or two down the line, it would be probably really excruciating, right? To get back to it. So like if the new thing that you're wanting to start is either really scary or really, just feeling just horrible in your gut, like just try it. And if it sucks, then stop. And if you're like, you try it enough, it'll be okay. Whereas opposed to you've already gone through it, it's already been all of that, and now you've stopped, and now you have to go through all of that again because you already have the knowledge of what all of that is. Harder.
As the person who I feel like started really strong on our challenge and has sort of petered out a little bit and now has to like restart it, I think the restart is really hard. Whereas calling you out last week and doing those videos and like having the event and all that, that was really easy for me. That felt really nice. But now I'm like, oh God, I have to restart because I have another event on Saturday and I need to, revamp. I need to remember, okay, set my time lapse when I start setting up the living room. I need to, tonight, even when you were talking, I was like, well, I teach tonight, so I should post something when I teach tonight. And I was thinking about that exact thing. And I think my big takeaway is like, it's really hard to like, it's easy to dip your toe in to something. It's hard to dip your toe in, take it out, and then try it again, and then take it out, and then try it again. Like, it's much easier to like wade into the water. And I know this is like such a like departure example, but like skiing is something for me that I've done my whole life. I've worked in the ski industry. I love skiing. For me, to a certain extent, it's like riding a bike. Every winter you get back on your skis your first day after a summer away. So, you have your moments, and then you're back. But as somebody who was working in the ski industry, who was in ski boots 7 days a week, all winter long for years, and then leaving and coming back, even this year, I had a moment of like, I was, I don't know, like 6 weeks in or something to the ski season. And I was like, oh, I'm back. And it took that 6 weeks of like doing everything I normally do, but the feeling of being like, oh, I'm back, took that long to get to. Even though like the style didn't change, my activity didn't change, like it still took that 6 weeks. And I think that is a really good example of wade into the water. Like dipping your toe in as a test is a great thing to do. Like if you like it. If you don't like it, take your foot out. Great. But if you like it and it's working, wade into the water. Stay there. Don't leave and come back. Don't, go grab a drink from the bar and then try to get back in the pool, or like, decide that, oh, actually, I like the water. Let me grab my boogie board. Whatever. Like, just wade into the water.
Well, there's two things that I was thinking about. And actually, this is another topic that's on my list, is that what I feel like is a theme for our type of lifestyle. You do have to sit in uncomfortability, and you just have to sit there. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, you're not going to accomplish anything. Like, you have to get good at being uncomfortable for buckets of time. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to the social media stuff, because you guys are talking about like what it feels like to create a rhythm, what it feels like to create a habit, mm-hmm. and how hard it is, like, body at motion stays in motion, body at rest stays at rest. Mm-hmm. Like, to create a rhythm and the train going enough that it doesn't, like, you don't have to put so much energy into starting again. And I feel like one of the hardest parts of my job, and you can tell me your opinion, is, it's the best part and the hardest part, the non-structure. No one's telling me what to do. No one's telling me I have to sit there and be uncomfortable and do the posts. I don't have a list, and like, I don't have a boss telling me what to do. And I think for some people who are trying to create a business, that might be a huge barrier, because, I mean, you have to get up and like we work more hours than if we had an employer. And who is making us do that? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. And I think that's really hard until you get used to it, until you are, a body at motion. But if you're a body at rest and then you're trying to get that motion, it's fucking hard.
I like this perspective. I had a very similar conversation on a different podcast with a friend of mine about similar concept of like nobody's making you do it. And we were talking about like the music industry versus performance. But yeah, I think that's a really important point that it is up to you. And you have to, you decide whether you're going to sit in the uncomfort or not. Yeah. And just sitting where you don't want to sit or being where you don't want to be and just taking it and nobody's forcing you to do that.
I mean, that's a hard thing to do.
I will say though, like it's one of those things where you have to know yourself. Like if into sitting in the uncomfortability, like if that is something that you really like, everybody struggles with for sure. But I know, like, for me, when I was opening up my business for the first time, like, I was grasping at straws and, like, I had so many big ideas and, like, I don't know where to start. I don't know. I just need the next step. I need to structure step by step. And, like, I'm cool with sitting in uncomfortable, but I didn't know where uncomfortable was to be in, to sit in. So I knew that about myself. So I actually hired a business coach for them to be like, do this, this, this. Sit in this. I'm like, okay, now I have a pool of uncomfortability that I can wade in. But if you like don't know, then it's okay to like source out and like get help from somebody who does know and is there to like help you,
Yeah, I'm a huge proponent of that, especially if it's something that you need. Like having a coach or having an advisor or something like that, that is huge for a lot of people. I know that I love having an advisor from a feedback perspective on what I'm doing. I don't necessarily love it from this is your next step. Do this. This is your next step. Because I love the uncomfortability. I like the whole reason I took an aerial class was because I was afraid of heights. Like my whole existence is based around like, what am I afraid of? What makes me uncomfortable? Because I love just living in that bubble.
Sometimes not knowing, like I know for me, it was costing me a lot of money and a lot of time.
Yeah.
When business-wise, when I was like, I don't know where I should go. Like, I don't know where to put my focus. It was costing me so much money and time.
Yeah.
So this is not sustainable. I need direction. I need somebody to be like, whoosh, here you go. And there's not a dictatorship with that. It's a partnership. Like we work together, my business coach and I, and he's amazing. I love him. But yeah, it's just know yourself, I think, enough to be like to make the moves either which way. And if you don't know, ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to sit in the right pool of uncomfortable water, not the wrong pool of uncomfortable water, because that's a waste of time.
Which is a thing. Yeah.
Or to find somebody to sit with you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys, I think we're magic. We got some magic happening. It makes me happy.
Me too. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that I get to talk to you every week.
I know. Noah, I was telling her earlier this week that I'm not going to go into it too much, but I have an epiphany because of this podcast, because of talking to you guys every week about like kind of putting old things to rest. Because in my family, like becoming an artist was just like the wrong thing to do. It's just like not a great idea. And through this process, I've taken steps to like finally, I mean, this is many years, finally put it behind me. I'm pretty free as a bird right now. I'm feeling pretty untethered to
I'm loving that.
old shit.
Creating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And And so is Bean. She's like, let it go. Bean,
Well,
say goodbye.
Bean is
Come
all
here.
of our bosses, so.
I know. We should know better.
Okay, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye, but I'm still your boss. If you're late again, I'm bossing you again.
Heard.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find Amanda Ritchie at Grounded in Flight on Instagram and at Noah Doc on Instagram, as well as a Red Flags app. And me, Carrie Wee, you can find at wrapyourheadaroundsilks.com. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We have so much more coming at you, including guests that are in this art world, that are blazing their way through new businesses, and just more banter from us. Thank you for listening. This is The Artist Entrepreneur.